off of one of the newest ladder trucks for the Palm Springs Fire Department. We're going to be taking a look at their paramedic program that's stationed at a fire station number 441.
To become a paramedic, you first need to go to EMT school. You can do that at any of your local community colleges. It's just a semester class. Once that's been done, for paramedic school, they want you to work as an EMT, whether it's an emergency room, private ambulance company, or with the fire department. But you need to do that for 2 years before most paramedic schools accept you. Once that's done, you go to paramedic school. They have two different programs, a 9-month and about a 15-month one, depending on how many days a week you can go. If you need to work, you can go to the longer one. And that's it, about 15 more months after that. So from start to finish, if you go straight at it, you can do it in about 4 years. Once your didactic portion of the paramedic school is done, that's all your classroom, you do all your book stuff, you finish all the scholastic part of it, then you get to go out, and it's called clinical time, and it takes about 3 months, and basically it's about 200 hours of emergency room time they want you to spend, and then you have, let's say, 2 days in an OB ward where you have to deliver a certain percentage of babies. You have another day or two in a burn ward, another couple days in a pediatric ward, so they want you to get all aspects of all the medical field, so you know everything that you're going to see in the field, but this way you're working under doctors or watching everyone, making sure you're ready to go out before you do your actual field time.
What do you think is the best part about working as a paramedic for the Palm Springs Fire Department?
Two different things. The Palm Springs Fire Department is a great place to work. But working as a paramedic for this city, it's a great thing. I really enjoy it. I enjoy being a paramedic. As anyone that does doing this job, you have to enjoy it because we're not going to get rich from doing this. But it's a great field. I love doing it. Fortunately, we see a lot of bad stuff day in and day out, but the times where we really do get to help somebody, makes up for all the rest, and it's a good feeling.
The equipment that the paramedic squad carries will be standard on most units throughout Riverside County. You're required to carry certain items. So we have a cardiac monitor and a defibrillator on it. We carry a drug box with approximately 32 different types of medications for everything from cardiac emergencies to respiratory problems. We carry 2 types of bags, one specifically for pediatric patients and one for adults. Backboards, rescue type equipment for injured hikers up in the hillside, whatever the case may be. As well as being paramedics, we're also firefighters. So we have to have all the equipment that we need to go in and fight a structure fire. Breathing apparatus, helmets, our heavy turnout coats and pants to protect us. In the back of the unit, we have a large slide-out tray, as you can see. 3 rope bags, the longest being 300 foot, that we can use for mountain-type rescues. We carry a big litter basket, the orange basket that you see on the very top there, to carry patients out in that are possibly injured up in the hillsides. We carry equipment for traffic accidents, and we also carry some small hand tools down here on the bottom that we use for forcible entry. The large red bag is a triage bag. With Palm Springs having the international airport, the potential is definitely always there to have an incident, so we want to be prepared for that. The large orange case that you see there is a multi-port oxygen delivery system. For instance, if we have numerous victims of smoke inhalation at the scene of a fire, what we can do is we can treat up to 8 patients at one time with oxygen. Instead of depleting basically every unit's oxygen supply, we have one large oxygen tank, so you can see on the bottom on this unit, that we'll run that off of. And the blue bag here is the same as the green one on the other side, except it's specifically designated for pediatric patients.
How long has Palm Springs Fire Department had the ability to utilize bicycles?
They've had bikes for about 2 years now, and everybody that's involved with the bike patrol goes through a class, and we have all our first responder gear on it. You're an EMT, you work for the City of Palm Springs Fire Department. We have our bike patrol class, if you will, and it's a certification class that everybody has to go through to be involved with the bikes. The bikes carry pretty much all the same first aid gear that we carry on a fire truck, minus what we call C-spine or major large splints. In this compartment right here, we have our semi-automatic defibrillator. And we use this for full arrest victims. It's the same thing that we use on the fire trucks. We have oxygen, and we carry a suction unit. We also carry If we needed to deliver the oxygen, masks and nasal cannulas. We have what we call a BVM, or a bag valve mask device, and what that does is it allows us to breathe for the patient if they need respirations. Also in here you'll find just paperwork and bandages, triangular bandages if you have dislocations of shoulders or minor cuts, or even major cuts. We can go ahead and stop the bleeding that way. On the other bike over here, we have triage tags. If we run into a large incident where we have numerous victims, we have a system that we call start triage, and that allows us to do the most good for the most number of people. We also have all our protective gear, face shields for us if we have any type of infectious problem. This is what I was talking about earlier, our bag valve mask device. This is how we can breathe for patients. We also have blankets, although you're probably not going to need those out in the summertime here. We have ice packs, just a lot of standard stuff that we carry on the fire rig.